Test, test. All right, good evening, everyone. It is 7 o'clock on October the 27th, 2025, and I'm going to call to order the legislative meeting of the Board of School Directors of the Upper Dublin School District. First thing we'll do is call our roll, and Ms. Evans, if you could please do that.
Dr. Berto.
Present.
Ms. Evans.
Present.
Ms. Ionetti.
Present.
Mr. Held.
Present.
Ms. Redding.
Present.
Ms. Sherpier.
Present.
Dr. Thomas.
Present.
Mr. Sirota.
Present.
Mr. Wallach.
Present.
All present. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Evans. If everyone could please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Good evening again, and welcome everyone. We have a special evening tonight where we're going to get to recognize some of our students at the high school. We also have some of our usual business that we handle at these types of legislative meetings. Before we hop into all of that, as Ms. Evans said when she called the roll, we do have a new board member with us this evening. Dr. Berto is now a member of the board, and I'd like to welcome him. This is his first legislative meeting. He's jumping right in, and we all look forward to working with him and his serving on the board. So welcome, Dr. Berto. With that brief introduction, I think we'll hop into our reports and presentations of the evening. And first up is Dr. Smith with the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Wallach, and welcome everyone. It's nice to see so many faces in our audience this evening. I have a couple of things to share with you. I've been starting each of my remarks with just a reminder of our comprehensive plan and the work that we have been doing towards our mission, vision, and our values. And tonight, I would just like to highlight some of the work that we've been doing on our focus area for wellness. We have been promoting Safe to Say, which is the anonymous tip line. If any of our students or family members or really anybody can have access, if there's a student that you are concerned about for any reason, you can fill that out and it automatically alerts us. We have conducted all of our required emergency drills for the start of the school year and also are implementing our new technology Raptor, which we utilize to be able to be in close communication with staff in the building and take student attendance. We also have our Supervisor of Student Services, Dr. Jessica Nair, and she has hit the ground running as well. She oversees nursing, counselors, and many of the other areas in student services. And we are hosting our first Cardinal Conversations of the school year, which will be Mrs. Summers, our Director of Student Services, Dr. Nair, and myself, and the focus is on mental health. And so we'll be talking about trends that we see, programs and resources we have here in the district, and then listening to those community members that choose to join us about what your concerns or thoughts are. So if you're interested in that, please join us. Then I have also Portrait of a Graduate is something we've been working on aligned with our comprehensive plan. We have an internal committee right now, as you can see pictured on the screen, that has been really working on learning about brain science and how the science of learning and how that then can connect to our comprehensive plan and the skills and qualities that we are looking to cultivate in our graduates. Upcoming soon will be announcements to our public for opportunities for our staff as well as parents and community members to be involved in focus groups to contribute to that as well. So stay tuned for that to be coming out. It is also the time of year for the school board. You'll see on tonight's agenda to approve the performance measures for myself as superintendent and Mrs. Drennan as assistant superintendent. Our goals last year and this year have been divided into 4 leadership standards. Those are the words that you see in the red up there. And then within each of the areas, we have different performance measures. They are attached in much more detail to the board agenda. Mine, I will be focusing on the implementation of our comprehensive plan and an equity action plan. We'll be working on a wellness roadmap, kind of aligned with what I was talking about with Cardinal Conversations. And we are working on artificial intelligence, from policies and practices and guidance to what it looks like in our classrooms. And then I will be working on furthering some strategic partnerships to benefit innovative experiences in our classrooms and implementation of our communications audit along with Mrs. Yoder. And Mrs. Drennan's going to quickly share hers.
And this year I'll be focusing on implementing the first year of a 3-year professional development plan. We will continue to hone in on different aspects of curriculum and instruction that will include the rollout and recommendation of a pilot for ELA, and then next year, the implementation of that. For systems leadership, I will also be helping Dr. Smith with the artificial intelligence efforts in the district and doing an audit of what's currently in place. We're also continuing to refine our multi-tiered systems of support, and then we are going to start focusing on kindergarten readiness.
Thank you, Mrs. Drennan. Upon approval of the school board this evening, we will post those online. If anybody wants to actually see the performance standards and goal statements, they are available for the public. The next slide has some happy faces of our students. The month of October has brought along a lot of fun in our classrooms with learning as we've welcomed the fall season. We've had poems, pumpkin math, spooky story times, just a lot of great learning opportunities happening where our students are connecting the season to their learning. I also had the pleasure earlier in the month of joining our AP Environmental Science students kayaking 8 miles. If you ever are asked to go on a field trip, ask how long you're going to be kayaking. I made that mistake, but I was able to finish, thankfully, and really an amazing, innovative experience for our students. They tested the water on the Schuylkill and brought along a professor from Penn who was able to interact with the students as well. I was very impressed by the questions they were asking and the study that they did. You can also see some of our Sandy Run Middle School students doing similar testing, but a little closer to home at Sandy Run Creek over at Robbins Park. But they were, testing to see what types of specimens and the health of the water. And then I would be remiss if I did not mention homecoming. It's a week of celebration and fun, particularly here at the high school. The student spirit here is just unmatched, in my opinion. The high school students just had a great time throughout that week. We had alcove decorating, we had the cheerleaders, football game, of course, and our court. And you can see the great high school team of our administrators under Dr. Ortiz's leadership there in the bottom. And we also have some exchanges going on right now. You can see here students participating in foreign exchange opportunities. We have a group from Germany here, and they looked at what a typical fall day might look like here in America. We talked about football, pumpkin painting, and they had a cookout at Montauk Park. And then our British exchange students just arrived, and they had a welcome party with our students at the high school and are forming some great relationships already. At the elementary level and across the district, we had our Unity Day, where our students wear orange and participate in lots of different Unity activities to promote kindness, acceptance, and inclusion to prevent bullying and to help support our district value of inclusivity. Tonight, as Mr. Wallach mentioned, we will be recognizing many of our students as National Merit Scholars, and we'll get to that shortly, but congratulations to each of you. It's quite an accomplishment. We have several events coming up and different performances, from Sophisticated Strings Halloween concert to our Marching Cardinals and the high school's theater production of Emma coming up later this month in November. And then lastly, I'll just end with, it is Principals Month this month in October, and so we have been celebrating them on social media and here in our schools. And just a shout out to our 6 amazing lead principals. We're very fortunate to have them all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Smith. We appreciate all of that. We will move on to our student government report, and Izzy Fishman is with us. Welcome, Izzy.
Thank you. Halloween may be close, but UD has been looking anything but scary this past month. With an impressive win at leagues, the girls cross country continued on to the district level, placing 5th and earning a spot in the state championships. The football team eked out a placement in the playoffs with a tough game this coming Friday. Our other fall sports have been winding down, and the team love can be seen throughout the halls and stadiums as we celebrate our seniors through all athletic programs. German students started off their month of fun with Oktoberfest at Robbins Park, and then German exchange students came to visit us at Upper Dublin, as well as the cities around us. Our newest visitors, the British exchange students, joined us this past week and look forward to exploring Philadelphia, New York, DC with their partners. School spirit was at an all-time high this month as Spirit Week brought together every student to decorate their alcoves, dress up, and get excited about the pep rally, all leading up to the homecoming game and coronation ball. The drama department is almost ready to release its fall play, Emma, with tickets hot off the press. The orchestra is also getting ready for its annual Halloween concert. Band students from both the middle school and high school were given the opportunity to work with a professor of music to help them refine their tone. The first quarter is coming to an end, and students are trying their best to finish out strong. They've been working hard, and it's paying off, and we can't wait for that to show with the first honor roll of the year. Thank you.
Thank you, Izzy. It's always great to hear about so many great things that are going on at the high school. So with that, we're going to move into our student recognition, speaking of some of our students at the high school. I think as we sit up here as board members, one of the things that puts a great smile on our face is when we get to welcome students to our meetings, and especially when we get to celebrate students at our meetings like we'll do tonight. So I'm going to ask Dr. Smith to join me up front, and we're going to call everybody student by student up front. When you come up, please come on up, and afterwards we're going to take a small pause. Families, parents, guardians, photos are welcome at any point, but we're going to take a small pause for a group photo op outside, which is also a great opportunity for some photos, and we'll go from there. So we'll go up front and see how it goes. Thanks, Brooke. We are honored here tonight to recognize 22 Upper Dublin High School students who have earned distinction from the National Merit Scholarship Organization, including 7 students who have earned the coveted title of National Merit semifinalists and 15 students who received National Merit commendations. These prestigious awards are given to students for exceptional performance on the PSAT exam. Of the 1.3 million students who took the PSAT last year, yes, I said 1.3 million students, only 16,000 earned the title of National Merit semifinalist, placing these students in the top 1%. We, the board, the administration, and the entire school district are delighted to recognize our 2026 semifinalists. When I call your name, please come up and greet Dr. Smith. Caleb Abibi. I think you guys could just kind of hang out over there, and then when we're done, we'll all go out as a group. How's that sound? Janice Androulonis. Jillian Frocht. Alan Jiang. Brooke Kinsley. Jake Kleeman. And Jesse Modelson. Another round of applause for all of our semifinalists. In addition to recognizing these students, National Merit also distinguishes students who score in the top 50,000 nationally. These students receive National Merit commendations to reflect their exceptional academic promise. For 2026, the 15 Upper Dublin High School seniors who earned commendations are Cole Dooling, Alec Fisher, Isabel Fishman, Chelsea Kim, Caitlin Klein, Lily Cloyne, Shayna Cooperman, Samantha Lee, Brian Lester, Kevin Lim, Ryan McNamara, Ari Medina, Lucas Platt. Carly Rosenberg. And Jamie Stelling. Another round of applause for all of our students. Congratulations on all of your hard work. And we're going to take a brief pause, as I said now, so Mrs. Yoder can get a photo op. So if everyone could just follow her outside. Parents, guardians, family, everybody is also welcome. After our brief pause, we will resume our meeting. We love when people stay, but don't feel obligated. I'm hearing discussions about Taylor Swift, so it's time to restart the meeting, I think. All right. Thank you, everyone, for indulging us in that pause after our congratulating our students. That'll bring us next on our agenda to our first opportunity for public participation. This is for action items and agenda items only. If anyone would like to address the board, please come up, state your name, city of residence, or affirm you're a resident or taxpayer of the district. And Ms. Evans will time your 4 minutes. I do not see anyone approaching, so I will close our first opportunity for public participation. There'll be another one later on in our meeting. Brings us to our minutes. We have our minutes from September the 29th, 2025, that legislative meeting that have been distributed to the board for review. If I could get a motion to approve the minutes. Mr. Sirota, thank you. Do I have a second for that motion? Ms. Sherpier won the race there. Thank you so much. Questions or comments on the minutes motion? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Excellent. Next up is our Education Committee recommendations, but we don't have any of those this evening, so we will keep moving. And next up will be our Finance Committee recommendations and Mr. Sirota.
Thank you. We have 7 items under our Finance Committee recommendations tonight. The first 6 were all discussed in detail at the Finance Committee meeting earlier this month. The 7th is our regular monthly payment, so I will make a motion to approve all of them, 6A through G.
Thank you, Mr. Sirota. Do I have a second on that motion?
I'll second.
Ms. Evans, thank you so much. Questions or comments? Ms. Sherpier.
We did bring this up during the finance meeting, but I think it's important to draw the attention to the nutritional grants. That is something that is maybe not attracting people's attention so much, but I think our team, the team here with Mrs. Daly, is doing an outstanding job to explore those options and bringing those to the district. So just wanted to highlight that.
100% agreed. Ms. Deli gave a great presentation at the Finance Committee meeting and explained all of that, the grant work and all the work of her departments, and Ms. Sherpier are 100% agreed on that. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Very good. Thank you so much. Next up is our Personnel Committee recommendations, and Ms. Redding.
We have one item tonight for personnel, the personnel report. I'd like to make a motion to move that forward.
Thank you so much. Do I have a second for that motion?
Second.
Ms. Iannitti, thank you. Questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Excellent. Thank you so much. Next up, we have one item under our pupil services recommendations this evening. We have one educational agreement, the details of which that have been provided to the board. And I will make a motion to approve that agreement. If I could get a second on that motion?
Second.
Ms. Sherpier, thank you so much. Questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Excellent. Moving right along, next up is our Policy Committee recommendations, and Ms. Iannitti.
Okay, all of these are first readings, these policies. We discussed them at length in the Policy Committee meeting. So I would like to make a motion to have them approved.
Thank you for that. Do I have a second on that motion?
I'll second.
Mr. Held, thank you so much. Questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye. 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 Any opposed? Thank you so much. We do have a couple items of other business this evening that flow out of one of Dr. Smith's reports on performance goals. Mr. Sirota, I'm going to ask you to take those.
Certainly, yeah, as Dr. Smith mentioned in her report, we have our performance measures for both the superintendent and assistant superintendent for this year, and I will make a motion to approve both of them as listed in the agenda.
Thank you so much. Do I have a second on that motion?
I'll second.
Iannitti, thank you so much. Questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Excellent. Thank you so much. Next up tonight is our solicitor's report and our Sunshine Act announcements, and Ms. Gallagher is here for Mr. Diazio tonight.
Yes, the board met in executive session immediately prior to tonight's meeting to discuss tonight's personnel agenda.
Thank you so much. Moving right along, our next up to our second opportunity for public participation. This can be for any topic. Please come up, state your name or city of residence, or affirm you're a resident or taxpayer, and please proceed.
Ginny Vitella Ambler, and I want to start off first that I had my 40th Upper Dublin High School reunion over homecoming weekend, and I want to give a shout out to Francelli, who did a fantastic job on our tour. Took us to all sports, all sections of the building, and I just wanted to give her a little shout out because she's behind the scenes, and I wanted to let her know that it was wonderful. Jarrowtown Elementary School. First, I talked about this with Sandy Run, that it doesn't seem right that we pick a project team, ICS in this case, but we don't bid out to various different project teams. That's one. And beyond that, it seemed from this presentation that they have now chosen an architect. For Sandy Run, we had bids for an architect with different designs and everything else. Because I have to say that initial design, that U-shaped thing, is not attractive, and that whole, we're gonna waste kind of that middle section. I know you want the natural light in there, but you're not gonna wanna necessarily have people play, or maybe you do, because at Fort Washington, I would check with Fort Washington, because they have a playground right by, classrooms, and I don't know how disruptive that is, but that's problematic. My heart goes out to, and I appreciate that you were gonna discuss with the Kenmare families, because there is a ton of noise, a ton of light, and the construction noise. It's very disruptive, and a building that has lights coming out that will shoot out over them, and it's closer to them now, is gonna be disruptive to them forever. And the noise from air conditioning and heating units on top of the building, I know it firsthand from having a neighborhood put in my backyard, and it's really, really difficult. And that should be considered when you're talking about location of these things and location of the building and the design of the building. Questions I had, or I would have asked if I was having the chance, and maybe we will when town hall, but maybe you should consider, is the current playground, I feel like all the elementary schools got one somewhat within recent times, so I'm curious about that, all that playground equipment that's sort of new. Also, I know the PTO spent a lot of time, money, and effort to get an outdoor classroom there, and I'm not sure if that's gonna be saved. Also, I look back at Sandy Run and the errors and they weren't errors. It was problematic of the lot size is losing fields, and the fields we were remaining with, I think Joe brought it up, at the softball field most specifically, and even the baseball field, that it's in a flood zone, as we know, which we knew when we built it, and yet, so some of their games had to be moved, or practices couldn't happen, and I imagine foul balls are hitting the building, but whatever. But these are things to really consider and put our minds to. Most people just would like those fields, or us to spend money to fix those fields, or fix the building, not tear it down and just, again, put all our eggs in one basket, while other things, like another community member mentioned, no scoreboard at a Upper Dublin High School baseball field, and a field that's not good. And they're state champions. It is embarrassing. I go to fields all over the place for many different sports over my time in Upper Dublin, and it is embarrassing. Also, geothermal, very disruptive to Fort Washington. And what was I going to say? There was something else I was going to say there, but I don't have it. So since we're tearing this down and redoing it, we should make sure it's perfect. We shouldn't compromise. We're spending millions and millions of dollars, and we know there's going to be unintended consequences, like there was at Sandy Run, and like there always is. So just because you're tearing down and people aren't in trailers doesn't mean it's going to be disruptive. And one little quick note. You brought up a lot in the interviews social media presence, and I know you brought that up with me too. I'm not sure that you're actually looking at social media posts of various people. And I almost think that it shouldn't really matter entirely, because it's a personal page, it's a personal stuff, people are entitled to their personal opinions. And just because you may agree with something someone says doesn't mean it's offensive to other people. And if you disagree with something, doesn't mean it's offensive, right? So you have to be careful about what we're looking at, or if we are looking at it, we really should be looking at it and not just using it as an excuse and not really necessarily looking at what people are posting. Again, I don't think there's any wrong with people posting. They're allowed to voice their opinions. Thank you.
I do not see anyone else approaching, so I will close our second opportunity for public participation. We did not receive any pre-submitted comments this evening. Looking around the table, I'll start with Dr. Smith. Any responses from the administration?
I would just indicate that many of the items that were mentioned in regards to the Jarretttown project are certainly under consideration: playground, outdoor classroom, fields, geothermal. All of those things are part of the process that will be investigated in detail.
Thank you for that. Board members, anything from around the table? Okay, thank you so much. We have some informational items. We have our enrollment report as usual. We have our liaison committee reports. Do any of our liaisons have anything to add other than what is written in their summaries? We do have committee meetings that were approved at the committee level. August the 20th was the policy committee minutes were approved, and the September 17th finance committee minutes were approved in committee. And lastly, we have our schedule of upcoming meetings. Our agenda, I believe, says policy committee, but it's actually education committee. So education committee will be on November the 5th at 6 o'clock here in the Cardinal Room. Our finance committee meeting is November the 19th at 6 o'clock, and our next legislative meeting will be Monday, November the 24th at 7 o'clock p.m. here. I thank everyone, and we are adjourned.